shut that door. You know I'm a little embarrassed. First off, I want to go ahead and thank every single person that has been subscribing to me, because I just reached my first milestone in YouTube, and I'm officially now in the hundreds club of YouTube. So that is a really cool thing. I did it under 30 days. From what I researched, most people, it takes them a few months to get their first 100, but you guys are pretty chill, so I got my first 100 from you guys kind of early, I guess. So I want to say thank you so much, because that's the coolest thing. Anyways, have you ever wondered why there's certain people that win the lottery, they make billions of dollars, they're sitting in Calabasas, California next to Drake, they're just completely enjoying life, and then you check up on them 3 years later down the road, and then all of a sudden you see that they're worse than what they've started? Well, I can tell you probably the main reason where it's coming from, and it is most likely coming from poor budgeting skills, or you can't save money to save your life. If you have not found out by then that saving money is just important as to making money, I literally do not know what to tell you. You're probably living under a rock, and you can't make money if you don't know how to save money. What is up, cozies? Today I'm going to teach you guys, or actually today I'm going to break your guys' habit of spending endless amount of cash and being dead poor. I'm going to give some of my advice that helped me save tons of money in the past few months, few weeks, few days, few hours, few seconds. I'm just going to share my ideas with you guys, and you guys can take it and run with it and share with your friends and do whatever you got to do. The first thing that I had to do was learn to set a goal. So I asked myself, where do I want to live? How do I want to live? Do I want to live next to Drake? Do I want a one-story house? Do I want a two-story house? Do I want 4 cars, or do I want 5 cars? Do I care about taking tons of vacations or not? So I would ask myself those questions and basically go off of that, because reasoning for asking yourself those questions is that way so you can start working now. You can start saving your money, you can start fixing your credit, you can start, even if you don't have any credit, you can start building your credit to live where you want to live in the future. So if you want to live in a multi-million-dollar home, but you're sitting with a credit score of 420, good luck. Basically, reasoning for setting a long-term goal is that way so you'll work on what needs to be worked on now. You will start working on the little things to eventually get you to the big deal. Setting these long-term goals kind of gives you something to look forward to, that way so you're not always blowing your money off on little things, because every time I see people blowing their money off, I think that maybe they don't have any big time goals, or they don't want to pursue these things in life. Maybe we have different outcomes. So if you have a hard time spending money, the best thing I can start to recommend you is to set a goal, a long-term goal, that way so you can get some structure of what you should and should not do, that way so you can prepare yourself for the future. Okay, so next on the list is budgeting. Budgeting is extremely important because this is the main thing that can contribute to saving extra money. First thing I would do with budgeting is I will tackle all of the priorities. My home, my car, my phone, and food. The 4 main things you need to live in a month. Your home, because you have a roof over your head. Your car, so you can get back and forth to work. Your phone, if something goes wrong. And food, obviously, if you want to survive to eat. If you take care of those basic things first, that is all you need to survive in this world. Now, some ways that you can cut down in your budget. Some people need to go on the cheapest meal plan they possibly could. No Chick-fil-A, no Carrabba's, no Ruth Chris, no Benihana's, none of those restaurants that are going to charge you $100 a day, or fast food places that's going to charge you $12, $13 a day to eat. If you actually think about it, if you go to Chick-fil-A, you're gonna spend on average roughly about $10 to $11. With $10 to $11, if you go to Walmart, you get some noodles with some water and some sauce and some chicken and some shrimp, and you can put that all together. Maybe not 11, but maybe like $13. But if you put all that together, you can make a lot of food and have leftovers for the entire week or the next 3 days, whichever you prefer, however much you eat. Another way to cut down on food in your budget is to stop buying name brand food. Instead of Captain Crunch, buy Brampton Brunch. Instead of Frosted Flakes, buy Frosted Mates. You do not always have to have the name brand in every little thing that you buy. Next on my budget list is I would stop reoccurring charges. Netflix, Hulu, Google Plus, Red Prime, I don't know, YouTube Red, I don't know what you guys do. The little charges that you may not think, I believe that is what's eating most of your income up each month. Next on the list is a second short-term goal. Short-term goals involve things like, oh, I want to move to a different apartment, or I may be looking into getting a new car because my car is broken, or maybe you just want a pair of shoes that are 4 months away and you want to start saving for it now. That way, so you will have money whenever you buy the shoe. You'll still have a lot of money left over when you buy the shoes. It's not like you're going to be spending all this money on something and then all of a sudden it disappears. You are getting ready months in advance for something that you know you want to buy. Short-term goals gives you something to kind of look forward to. Having a short-term goal actually like helps you save money. I don't know if you've ever paid attention to that, but you know, like whenever you go on a vacation or your friends are like, let's go on a vacation, let's do this. You all need $1,000 to get on this trip or $600 to get on the trip. You start saving money because you realize it's a short-term goal. You start saving money because you realize, oh snap, all my friends are gonna go, I want to go on this trip, so let me save my money. We all can save money just when we want to. We have a goal that something is coming up, we're gonna want to save some money. But it's just the fact that we don't ever have goals set in place, or short-term goals or long-term goals. That's the reason why we have a harder time saving, is because we usually just don't have anything to save for. But if we always implement something that we're going to be saving forward to, it'll be easier to save your money. So if you were going on a trip, if you knew you were going on a trip 3 times a year, you would definitely put money aside each paycheck or each month for your trip. That way so you can make sure you can go on all trips. And actually, one of the coolest things about short-term goals is sometimes when you finally save the money that you need for your trip or for the car you may want or the apartment you want to move into, you start to realize, I spent all this time saving all this money. I don't want to just throw it away on something like that. So you actually end up saving money just to keep in your pocket, and you actually develop a good saving habit. It's actually happened towards me once. I remember when I was looking to buy a motorcycle and I saved up $5K for a bike, and then when I had the $5K, I was like, wait, I don't want to blow it all off on a bike. Like, I'm just gonna keep it and save it. And then that's how my saving habits kind of begin. So short-term goals is something you should look forward to. Okay, so the next one is cash versus debit card. So if you have a hard time breaking $100 bill, but you can swipe a card like there is no tomorrow, I suggest that you take all of your money out of your bank, go buy a safe, and keep it in cash. That was something that actually did help me save my money a lot, because I realized I never ever wanted to break $100. I never wanted to break a $20 bill. I hated breaking money. So I took all my money out of my bank, held it in cash, and you kind of get this satisfaction of watching your stack grow. Now, if it's the other way around for you, if it's hard for you to swipe your debit card, but it's easier for you to break a $100 bill, that's another easy fix. Let me tell you what you should do. You should take all of your money that you have laying around, apparently. You should take all your money and put it in your bank, okay? Make your cash digital. It's 2020. You should be having cash roaming around anyway, unless you have a spending problem with your card. Look, the next one on the list is stop going out every day. You do not have to go to the bar or go to the club or go to Miami Beach every single weekend. Every time you go out with your friends, you're bound to spend money. Whether it's $1, whether it's $5, or whether it's $5,000 or $500, it doesn't matter. You're gonna spend money regardless. Whether you have to put gas in your car, whether you have to pay for a quick meal, or whatever, you want a piece of candy. Go out once every 2 weeks. And besides, if you go out every once or 2 weeks, people value you more when you're around less than when you are all the time. Tell your rich friend or your wannabe rich friends to calm it down. Maybe they're rich and you're not, or maybe they're living a different lifestyle than you are. Remember, you are not supposed to follow someone else's lifestyle. You create your own lifestyle. And if it means that you cannot keep up with the Joneses like your friends are, it's okay. Where you are now is not where you're going to be in the future. You're going to make money in the future if you do the right steps now. And besides, you also don't know what your friends did to get that money, or what they did, or if they put themselves in trouble to get the things that they bought. So be careful with your lifestyle. And I'm gonna get a little serious. I understand that we all want to look famous. We all want to do this and do that and wear the latest Gucci and the newest Louis, all those types of things. And that is perfectly fine. I'm totally for it. But do not try to rush and get things done now with it. That Gucci, that Louis will always be there. Those companies have been around forever and they're not gonna go anywhere anytime soon. So if you take your time and handle your finances now, handle how you save money, learn how to budget, learn how to write everything down, learn how to be on time, but just learn how to take care of yourself. I promise you, you will see a growth in your mental state and in your pocket. And then when you are perfectly fine and you have all that kind of stuff ready to go, then you can go and buy that Gucci and that Louis, or that new car, or that multi-trillion-dollar house next to Drake in Calabasas, California that you want to live into. Be careful with your life. Do not rush. Do not try to force anything, because I've noticed when you force and rush things, it brings nothing but bad income to you. So take care of yourself. Anyways, cozies, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, turn the bell notification on, and share the video because I want you to. That's one. Anyways, have a great day, stay cozy, and be the best human you possibly could. Stay comfortable. Goodbye.